Have you ever been in that awkward spot? You're traveling, maybe eating out, and something just isn't right, but you're not sure how to say it? Well, in this explainer, we're going to unpack a super useful skill, how to complain politely and actually get what you want, especially in English-speaking countries.
Oh, yeah, we've all been there. You're so ready for that amazing meal, and the wrong dish shows up. Or you get to your hotel room and it's like an icebox. It's so frustrating, right? It can totally ruin the moment. So, what's the move? What do you actually do? How do you get the problem fixed without, making a big scene or making things even worse? It's a bit of a tightrope, and today we're going to learn how to walk it. Okay, so it all comes down to one big idea, the politeness principle. And here's the thing you have to remember. In a lot of English-speaking cultures, how you say something is often way more important than what you're actually saying, especially when you're pointing out a problem. And look, the goal here isn't just about being nice. It's about being effective. When you're polite, you're showing respect. That one little thing stops the other person from getting defensive, and it makes them way more likely to help you out. You're aiming for teamwork, not a showdown. And you can really hear the difference, can't you? Saying something like, "This is bad," well, that just puts someone on the attack. But listen to the other side. I think there may be a small problem. It completely changes the vibe. It opens up a conversation instead of starting a fight. And it's not just about the words you pick. Your tone of voice is absolutely crucial. When you speak calmly, it sends a clear signal that you're just trying to solve the problem, not blame anyone. The second you get angry or start shouting, you basically build a wall right between you and the solution. Okay, so we get the why. Now, let's get into the what. We're going to build your own little toolkit with the exact phrases you can pull out when you need them. This one is a perfect opener. Seriously, excuse me is just a polite way to get someone's attention. And saying it's a small problem, that makes it sound way less scary and a lot easier to fix. It's not confrontational at all, and it really works. Now, this next one might feel a little strange. Why would you say, "I'm sorry"? You didn't do anything wrong. But it's what we call a social softener. It's like you're saying, "Hey, I'm sorry to even bring this up." And that right away shows that you're trying to be considerate. And it's the same idea with this one. Using "I'm afraid" is a classic, polite way to deliver some bad news or point out an issue. It kind of shows you regret the inconvenience, which, again, just helps keep the whole conversation friendly and moving forward. And when you're ready to actually ask for a solution, this is your go-to phrase. Just notice the difference. "Could you please" is a request. It's not a demand like, "Fix this." That little change in wording is huge. It turns the other person into your ally instead of your opponent. So, let's put this all together. Think of these as your simple golden rules, the do's and don'ts to remember when you're in the moment. First up, what you absolutely should do. It's all about setting a good tone right from the start. Get their attention politely, keep your voice steady, and just explain what's wrong. A simple please and thank you goes a long, long way. That's your recipe for success. And on the other side, here's what to avoid. Raising your voice or pointing fingers is pretty much guaranteed to shut down the conversation. And remember, the person you're talking to, they're often just the messenger. So attacking them isn't just unfair, it doesn't work. But you know what the biggest don't is? Don't stay silent. The whole point is to fix the problem, not to suffer through it. So you've got the tools, you've got the rules. Let's just wrap this up with one final idea that really gets to the heart of this whole cultural balancing act. And that brings us to a really interesting question. Is being this polite always the most effective way to complain? Or does it just make you less direct? I mean, is there a point where being too polite means your real problem gets ignored? It's a delicate balance for sure. And learning where that line is, well, that's the real art. Something to chew on for next time. Thanks for watching.